We're going to be talking about relationships in human design readings. And there are a number of pillars, as I call them, for what you want to look for in relationships. There's different types, and they communicate differently and have different timing. In a relationship, you want to make sure that you have aligned values because those values will enhance the relationship if they're aligned, or if they're not aligned, they may create some conflicts for you. Also, there are emotional reactions, and I will show you where they are in the body map and also talk a little bit about the portal in the human design body graph that is responsible for transforming relationship reactions. And you do want to be aware of the vulnerabilities of your partner. As a human design practitioner, you are working with relationships and in a relationship yourself. So you want to know what works for you and you want to know what works for the partner. If you're frustrated trying to figure out how to help couples with human design, the simple tools I'm going to show you will transform what you're doing and transform relationships. And also, I'm going to give you some simple communication tools that are very specific for what issues a relationship may have. In 1999, I was asked by Ra Uru Hu to validate human design. He asked my husband and myself because my husband, Marvin, is a medical doctor, and Ra wanted us to work primarily as the professionals in the field. And he wanted us to validate both clinically, asked Marvin to validate in his medical practice, asked me to validate in my psychological practice, and to do the statistics, which I did. And there were some things I was able to validate 100%, like type. And I found 5, not 4 types. So based on my statistical and clinical research on more than 45,000 cases, I know what works in human design, and I know also what is not valid and doesn't really have any significant validity to it. Since I worked with Ra, we worked together from 1999 till about 2003. And I've actually just released the book that Ra and I did together in a series of seminars, and it's called the Triple Design Matrix. It's about the dream design and how the matrices come together. I've written 8 bestsellers on human design, noble energy maps, and Reiki healing. And you can get those at Amazon or Apple. And you're in this webinar because you're likely skilled as a practitioner reading human design charts. I am going to help you know what to look for and how to help couples so you can take your practice to a whole other level. When you base your readings on the science of what works in human design, you know that you're guiding your clients in grounded communication principles and things that are psychologically sound. Learning what works in design and what can be misleading is part of what it's important for you to learn. And I'll make you a free offer at the end of the webinar. Whoops. In design, I have validated statistically that we have 5 types. There's the manifester, someone who has a fuel or motor center that gets them in some way connected to the throat. There's the manifesting generator, who is someone who has the manifesting channels, but also has the sacral center activated. The solar plexus is a center which has the capacity for people to get emotional and be reactive. Now, the solar plexus, interestingly enough, only occurs in the mental world and the physical biological world. So we know that emotional reactions happen beneath the level of consciousness. And when people get emotional, they may speak out of turn. They may act. The 1222, the 3635 go from the solar plexus to the throat. That makes a manifester channel. So in a partner, be aware if they have the 6th gate, they may be emotionally reactive. If you have the 6th gate, you may be emotionally reactive. The 59th hexagram, the 59th gate, can transform that emotional reaction. So in this instance, I recommend